Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself, or know your nation. Know yourself. The two are interchangeable. Right, so it is Monday, the 6th of January, 2025, and it is currently 8:25 p.m. here in the UK. And many of you will also have seen that the election as well was just, the US elections were just certified. But this isn't what this video is about. This video is about Justin Trudeau. Yeah, this video is about Justin Trudeau, who has just resigned. This will obviously is going to make a huge news around the globe. And I want to talk about the ramifications, the potential ramifications of that, of course. But I also want to take the opportunity that I actually made a tarot prediction on the 20th of December that this was more than likely going to happen. Yeah, more than likely going to happen. Because as you guys know, I just read the cards, yeah. And I and I'm grateful to my supporters, people that support my work and what I do. And as many of you will know, I have faced criticism for my astrological predictions and my reports, not because they're wrong, but I think because they've been accurate. And it's some people unfortunately don't like hearing certain things. However, I love a correction. I love a correction. I love it when someone in the comments gives me a correction on something like that, because it improves my learning. And I always say, if a correction is fair and accurate, bring it on. Bring it on. And I've learned so much from everyone. So I just want to say a thank you to everyone that supports my channel, that supports my work, and what I do. And I just do my best just to read the cards. Yeah, just read the cards and see what the energy is. So on December 20th, I was asked a question, and it was from, I think it was from Gelding. Was it from? Yeah, it was someone called Gelding in the comments. And they asked me about a potential election. I'm using my new camera. Do you see? Sometimes it zooms in and zooms out. Oh, there we are. Okay, it's a little bit fussy, this new camera. Anyway, and Gelding was asking at the time. So this was December 20th, 2024. Will there be elections in Canada, etc.? And I shared an article which was basically saying there was pressure in Trudeau's government. Someone had resigned, which was like the finance minister or the deputy. I can't remember, but a significant minister in the Trudeau government resigned, and that put some pressure on him. So then I did a read on the energy of the election, and I pulled cards. So what I want to do now is I want to share that with you. I've got that set up, the video clip set up, which is from my own channel, Hogarth's Global Astrology, which many of you will know. And I'm going to go straight to the point where I actually start making the card prediction. And then once that bit has happened, I'm going to stop the share there. And then basically we can discuss it. But actually, yeah, and then what I'll do, I'll show you the link that I've got from the Guardian newspaper, which is basically Trudeau, saying that he's going to resign. And then I'm going to pull some cards and stuff and talk a little bit of astrology about what this potentially means for Canada going forwards. Yeah. So let me just do my present, and I've got to click something in Chrome to make sure the audio shares. So bear with me. I might have to fiddle around a little bit. So let's just do present. And let's just see slides, extra camera. For some reasons, the button doesn't stay up. Whenever I'm wanting to share or click on something, the button doesn't stay up for it to be pressed. So this is why I'm fibbling. This is why I'm fumbling around here. Come on, Jesus. Come on. Oh, you Here we go, at last. Now I need to go Chrome tab. Also share tab audio. That's what it's saying there. Also share tab audio. Yeah, which is enabled. Yeah, so it should, let me just click off it and then also share tab audio, click on it again. So it should definitely be on. And then Hogarth's Global, here we are. And then let's share. How we're going to do that? Chrome tab. Let's just do share. And then hopefully this should do it. And the audio should be here as well. Put my phone on silent mode. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So you can see here this video, and I'll link it as well, or I'll link it in the description, and I'll have it on the end credits, the end tab as well, so you can watch the video in entirety. I've time-stamped it as well for the relevant part, so you can see here Thursday fry-up, and I'll put here Elon owns Trump ? Canada elections 2025, Netanyahu beyond 25 plus more. Yeah, so that's what the video is called, and this is on Hogarth's Global Astrology. But let's not also just take the opportunity to remind you that I've got Hogarth's Financial Astrology, and I'll be making a video for that later on today to also talk about the changes coming up. Anyway, here we go. Wow. All right. This is really interesting. Yeah, given the cards. There's 387 of you now. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Hope you're finding this interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll have to scroll down a little bit. Oh, someone's saying here, I have a weird feeling like I'm on survival mode. I'm having a strange feeling today. I've got palpitations. I just feel a lot of adrenaline. Like I feel like something is kicking off in the world right now while I'm doing this, or something soon to come. Maybe I should. Anyway, let's get back to the question. But I'm totally with you there, Connie. Look, we get the Justice card coming out now. Of course, this card talks about legalities. It's talking about justice in that wider sense. Yeah, this could actually be talking about the elections. Yeah, because of course this here is a judge, you see, weighing up the scales, and in a sense, I think this is the pending election. Yeah, this is where the people of Canada are getting to decide to make some kind of judgment as well. Even though it's the Justice card, it also has the connotations of judgment. Now, if we look here, this is giving us some insight here. It seems the people of Canada seem to be struggling a bit. They don't seem to be liking the options on the table. Yeah, liking the options on the table. But this could also as well be indicative of Trudeau, because obviously he's having a bit of a problem at the moment. His minister deputy has just resigned. And it seems, according to the articles that I showed you, that there are people who are wanting him to step down. So again, this can be an aspect of not liking, yeah, what's on the table. The person here doesn't like what's in this cup or that cup, but they can't see the option here, yeah, or maybe they might take the option there, which is a little bit left field. So I think this is talking about the electorate of Canada as a whole, showing the dynamics, the dissatisfaction within the electorate. But I think this is also talking about Trudeau not liking the options that are left to him. Yeah, he might be getting worn. He might be getting tired. Yeah, might be getting tired. Now, here, the middle card in many ways for me says it all. Look at this. Eight of Cups. I mean, you don't need to be a tarot reader to understand the meanings of this card. This is the card of walking away, leaving it all behind. Could it be that Trudeau, in the face of what could be a challenging election, yeah, or where there's going to be an element of justice or judgment, yeah, not liking the options on the table, the prospects that he has. Could it be? Will he succumb to pressure? Will he resign? Maybe with this card here, or it could just be that maybe, you know, the election doesn't go his way. Either way, something is leaving. Yeah, someone is leaving. So it could be he might decide to be like, you know what, I'm just going to resign. This is just too much. You know, I'm not enjoying this anymore. I'm not liking this anymore. So he walks away. Or is it that the people of Canada give the marching orders and he has to leave? Yeah, do you see how I'm interpreting that? And I think that's a fair interpretation, given the question and what we've just read in the article. If we look here, we've got the Five of Swords, which of course classically can talk about an abuse of power, but isn't always necessarily always about abuse of power. I mean, it can talk about that. Maybe this is what Trudeau could be potentially being accused of, or this could also be the worry of what the other side may do if they get into power. Yeah, will they abuse their power? But look here, do you see? Also in this card, there is someone walking away. Yeah. In fact, there's two people walking away. You've got this one here who's literally walking, and the other one's standing. So these people are exhausted by the battle, or just disgusted by the outcome. So they leave as well. So there's two cards next to each other, which shows someone leaving. Yeah. You know, I can only say what I can see. As you know, I don't have any, you know, I'm not, I just read the cards based on the question. Yeah. And then we see here, we've got the High Priestess here. So that means there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, probably private negotiations and machinations. Yeah. Maybe there might be some exit strategy. Maybe this could be the opposition plotting a downfall. Or maybe this could be Trudeau making kind of secret plans to maybe exit stage left. We have to see. But I would say, in terms of for him winning the election, those aren't really, they're not very, they're quite ominous cards, are they? Aren't they? If there was like the, like for example, what is it? The Six of Wands, for example, which is the guy on the horse, yeah, victory. Or if it was like the Chariot, or the Ace of Wands, for example, you know, these very, very kind of positive, more positive cards. Or if he got the Magician, for example, it would show that he'll be able to use everything at his disposal. But you see those cards there, you could see for yourself the walking away, an element of judgment, not liking the options, you know, on the table. So I think it's tricky. Based on that, it might go to the opposition. And also as well, the reason why I say that is because we do have Pluto in Capricorn. As I say, we just tend to move things further to the right, and we're seeing evidence of this a lot, aren't we, around the world? So I wish I could be more, you know, positive on that, but as you know, I just read the cards, and I think in the context of what I just read for you, that article, I think that's a fair read, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you agree? I think so. So I would say it is not looking good for Trudeau. He'll either resign because he's been forced out, or he's just tired, or it could be that the electorate actually may decide to remove him. Yeah, with those cards. All right, let's go on to listen. There we are. So I'll stop the share there. And let's go over back onto StreamYard. So there, yeah, you could see, yeah, you could see that it happened. It happened. It happened. Just as the reading was saying. So okay, this has happened now. So what does this mean? Yeah. So this obviously today is Jan 6. We've just had in the USA the election has been certified. We on the same day we now have Justin Trudeau, who has left. These are very, very interesting times, as you've heard me say before. Very, very interesting times for humanity. There's a lot that is happening, and as you know, I'm a Neo-Vedic astrologer. And I'm always saying, as you know, I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for years. I said Pluto is in sidereal Capricorn. Yeah. And if I just let's just do present, let's just do, and then let's just talk about what this can mean for the future going forward. So let's do share screen again, if it will allow me. Come on. Gosh. This is so going to do it. Oh, here we are. Okay. So oh yeah, let me just actually just share this bit here. I'll just share the article just so you can see verification for yourself. So if I scroll up here, this is Trudeau giving. I watched his video. I won't play it all. It's 3 minutes 41. Many of you will, by the time you watch this video, would have already seen this news for yourself. But it's just showing this so you can see. This is the Guardian newspaper online. Justin Trudeau, Canadian politicians react as Prime Minister announces plan to resign. Yeah. So we can see he's done it. And that was basically what I was predicting, wasn't it? I said he's either going to resign or he was going to be kicked out by the electorate. That was how I was interpreting that. And it says 4 hours ago here. So this, of course, is fresh news. And then you've got opposition leader Pierre Poilievre, I think that's his name, Poilievre, yeah, says nothing has changed. So he kind of dug the boot in. The leader of the Conservative Party said nothing has changed after Justin Trudeau's announced his plans to step down. And and then I think Trump was talking about Canada, becoming the 51st state. That's Duck L'Orange for you. And just to give a little reminder here, just in case you guys haven't seen already, let me just get this up here. Hopefully this is gonna, gosh, sometimes these things take a little while to load. And for those of you that may not know already, this is that's my little intro there. So this is Hogarth's financial astrology. So on here, here I talk about the fixed star Rigel. Here I'm talking about Uranus. So for you guys that want to know what is going to be happening in the future, this is a prediction that basically goes from 2025 and basically covers from 2025 up to 2032. So you can see quite a few people have watched this video already. My plan is to make another video today. I was planning to do that today. I'm currently making this video now to react to obviously what's happened with Trudeau. So please take a chart. It will be in the video description. Please sign up to that. It would be wonderful to kind of make this channel a success. You can see quite a few people have signed up already, but this will be really talking about like elements of how the world is changing, how we can adapt, how we can move forward as humanity, as these big changes kind of come in. I'm believing that there's going to be more collectivism, people buying land, sharing resources, pooling together, as we see the oligarchy of the world, express itself in ever more clear and obvious ways. I just want to do as well one last share before I just read on the future of Canadian politics and just to see what's going on. Let's just do share screen again. Let's go here. Oh, come on. There we are. And then let's go to entire screen. Let's click on that. Let's just share that. So that does that bit here. And then let's get this chart up. Now, this is a chart that I've just cast for today. So you guys can see where everything is. Oh, come on. Don't play it. Maybe I've got too many tabs open. Here we go. So if I just move this, let's just do this. Come on, baby. Just move this off to the side just so I can see myself here. All right. So let's go like this. Just move this over. Move this down a little bit. In fact, let's actually go like this. Oh, crikey, come on. Oh, never mind. Never mind. There we go. Let's go like this. Come on, baby. Just trying to get that to stretch out a little bit. Oh, look. What is going on? Just obey. Stop being annoying. Ah, it's my energy. It's my energy. It's my energy. Look. Do you see? It's this is so frustrating. Okay, I have to calm down because I'm tuning in, and it's my energy is making the bloody thing play up. I have to try and stay calm. Right, come on. Come on. Right. I'll just leave it there. Anyway, you can see this now. The most important thing, so this is where the planets are right now. Yeah, this is where the planets are right now. At the moment, Mercury is in sidereal Sagittarius. Remember, I do Neo-Vedic astrology, so we do the sidereal placements, which follow the true placements of the stars. Obviously, Western astrology and stuff still works. I would say a talented astrologer is a talented astrologer. We can all arrive in the same place, basically. However, with Neo-Vedic astrology, it does take precession of the equinoxes into account. And basically the stars, for those of you who don't know this, the stars are moving backwards by 1 degree every 72 years. Now, over time, this adds up. The stars have moved backwards by almost a whole sign. So those of you that follow Western tropical astrology, as many of you do, and most of you will, because we live in the West, they will have Pluto floating around about 1 degree or so of tropical Aquarius, yeah, tropical Aquarius. But remember, in sidereal, everything moves back by almost a whole sign. Each one of these boxes represents a 30-degree portion of sky. Out of those 30 degrees, the stars have moved backwards by almost 24 degrees. So this is why here you will see Pluto is at 7 degrees and 2 minutes of sidereal Capricorn. Now, what is Pluto? Pluto deals with what? Transformation. Yeah. But Pluto also deals with what? The underbelly, the darkness, the dark shadow of what humanity is. Deals with corruption, people trafficking, all of that kind of stuff. But on the positive side of Pluto, it's the mea culpa. It is the positive transformation. It is self-sacrifice for the greater good. It is transcendence. It is empowerment, not only of oneself, but also of others. Yeah. This is when Pluto is being used at its best. Pluto is incredibly transformative force. He is the force of psychology, of shamans, of magic, of the most powerful magic, of the most powerful kind. We all have Pluto somewhere in our charts. We all can tap into this energy of Pluto, but in order to do so, we have to overcome our fears, and we have to look at reality, at the world as it is. Yeah. And then from that position, then we're empowered to make more impactful decisions. So at the moment in the US, Pluto has returned to its original position. In the in the Declaration of Independence chart, Pluto is at around about 6 degrees 49 minutes or thereabouts. Yeah. So at the moment, so if I do here, if I do screens, if I do compatibility, and what I'll do is I will compare the Declaration of Independence chart, yeah, the US Declaration of Independence chart with where the stars are today. And then we can talk about where things will go in the future. Is this working? Oh, it's not obliged. What on earth is going on? This is so frustrating. Come on. I might just have to leave it there. Anyway, the point is, Pluto is here. Now, Pluto is in sidereal Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign of government. Yeah. Governments all around the world. It is the sign of government. It is the sign of big business, infrastructure. So when I say big business, I mean big companies. We're talking about, Fortune 500 companies and the like. Yeah, all of this kind of stuff. Big companies. It will be like your Amazons. Yeah, it would be your Apples. It will be your Huawei's. It will be your Teslas. Yeah, big companies. It also deals with pharmaceuticals and what have you, but big top-down structures. So let me just see here. It seems to be finally complying. Let's just, I don't know why this is just taking so absolutely long. It's so ridiculous. But anyway, so Pluto is bringing that energy of transformation and change to these areas. But what we need to also remember is that Capricorn is a conservative sign. It's conservative. Yeah. And as you know, I've been saying for years, guys, I know it's not a popular message, but everything is going to start moving to the right. Yeah. And as we've seen, look at the antics of Elon Musk. Yeah. Interfering here, interfering there, espousing, his sort of his fascist ideas, etc. All of the stuff we've all seen. Yeah. Even the MAGA lot have seen. Yeah. What, because on one hand he's saying, right, deport everyone, but oh wait, I've got to have my H1B visas. Yeah. Got to have my H1B visas, because I don't want you lot, don't want you Americans. No, I think you guys are too stupid. No, I want these people from abroad. Yeah, that are what? Cheaper. Yeah, can be paid less. They can't unionize. They can't leave the job, because if they leave the job, then they have to leave the country. And it's basically, as everyone's saying, indentured servitude. Yeah, that's what it is. They don't have any rights. But yet he's also saying that, Americans can't take those jobs. And of course they can. There's plenty of intelligent people in America that can do those jobs. It's just that they cost more money. Yeah, cost more money, because Pluto is where we get the name plutocracy from. Deals with oligarchs. Yeah, oligarchy. So if I just do here, what's it called? Oh God, my phone's beeping away. Here we are. USA Declaration of Independence chart. And let's see if my charts will oblige. Yeah, and so you can see the comparison. Right, here we go. So in blue is today's planetary positions. Yeah, today's planetary positions. In green is the USA Declaration of Independence chart, which was, of course, 4th of July, 1776. And the time that many of us Vedic astrologers use is 6:30 p.m. Philadelphia. Works incredibly well. Now, the thing is, if we look here, so LG, where it says LG, that means Lagna. Yeah, that means rising sign. So this isn't this is just the rising sign of now, what's actually happening now. But the important thing is to look at Pluto. Yeah, look at this over here. Do you see how that line is exactly pretty much lined up? Yeah. So here you can see now Pluto moves very, very slowly. It takes him 248 years to make a full revolution around the sun and therefore the whole zodiac. He doesn't spend the same amount of time in each sign, because his orbit is elliptical. He has an elliptical orbit. Yeah. So he spends his shortest times in the signs of sidereal Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. And then after that, his time in the signs lengthens. So by the time he's in the signs of Aries and Taurus, he can spend almost like 30 years in a sign, 30 years and loose change in one sign. Yeah. Whereas his shortest time in the sign when he's in Scorpio is like 12 years. Yeah, so he's a very slow moving planet, but he's extraordinarily powerful. So if you see here in green, it says 6 degrees, 48 minutes. That's where Pluto was when the Declaration of Independence was signed. We know the Constitution and all that kind of stuff was signed later, but this was really when America was birthed as a concept. So this really is the birth of America officially, and it works fabulously well, this chart. So you can see Pluto is back to where it was 248 years ago. Now, this return became precise in February of 2024. Yeah, February of 2024. Now you see here, you see it still shows here in the sign of sidereal Capricorn. This is why we are now seeing this naked display by what? Big companies overtly becoming involved in politics, with the main exemplar, of course, the main plutocrat being Elon Musk at this stage. Now, they've always been there. They've always been lobbying and stuff like that. You know, wealthy people meddling in politics is nothing new. What is different is the nakedness of it. I'm sure you will agree. Have you noticed how naked it is, how naked it has become, particularly as well since 2024 as well? We've been hearing more and more and more, you know, and these people, Peter Thiel and blah, 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 and Project 2025 and this, that, and the other. And also as well, you've got Project 2030, which is another huge agenda. And I'll probably be talking about that more, pardon me, on Hogarth's Financial Astrology. But isn't it so obvious now to everyone? It's so obvious, isn't it? Oligarchs are getting involved. Big business is getting involved in politics. From what I understand, what they've said so far is apparently Dr. Orange Trump has appointed like over 20 billionaires or something like that. But I heard it in reference to something else, so I can't quite vouch for that. I'm sure you guys can let me know in the politics. Let me know. But this is also as well why, just in general, we're seeing this rise of more movement to the right, a more conservative movement. Why? Saturn, who is the ruler of Aquarius and Capricorn in old money, yeah, he's the original ruler of those signs. Saturn is the planet of what? Boundaries, rules, regulations, restrictions. Yeah. Pluto is the planet of power. It will always show where the power lies. And whatever sign he's in, he'll be showing how power is transforming in what that area deals with. So when Pluto was in sidereal Sagittarius, which has a lot to do with religion, spirituality, but also fanaticism, in that time period, if you think of like 12 or so, you know, last, you know, 12, 11, 10 years, etc., and stuff like that. If we think what was happening then, that was like what? The war on terror. Yeah, do you remember that war on terror? We're talking about, remember at that time it was ISIS, ISIS, ISIS. There were the beheadings. Yeah, there was all sorts of crazy stuff going on, but also as well, politics was a bit more liberal as well, because Sagittarius is known as a liberal sign. Yeah. And this is when we was also as well having tremendous amount of you know, globalization, etc., all of that stuff. When Pluto was towards the end of sidereal Sagittarius, Notre Dame burnt down, which has since been what? Rebuilt, yeah, 5 years later. Then when Pluto entered sidereal Capricorn for the first time in like 240 something years, it entered on January 1st. Think of this date, January 1st, 2021. What happened 4 days later? Yeah, or 5 days later, we had January the 6th, which was now what? 4 years ago today. And we've had just another January 6th. This new kind of really quite right-wing government has just been voted in. And Trudeau, who is the leader of the Liberal Party, has just resigned on the same day. Do you see the symmetries, the correlations, the energies of these things, how they're moving? So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. Let's do the stop share there, minimize that down, and get back. Here we are, get back. So what does this mean? Yes, it does mean globally the politics is going to continue to keep moving to the right. But what does this mean for our collective and on an individual level? And I've been musing on this. Because Capricorn deals with corporations. Yeah, because Capricorn deals with corporations. But Saturn by transit, planet Saturn by transit, is actually in sidereal Aquarius. And remember, Aquarius deals with humanity and the collective. Yeah, you would have seen it. I won't share the screen again because it just slowed down too much. But it was in there when you look back at the video. And Aquarius deals with humanity, the collective, but also deals with technology as well. And this is really what I see. I see collectivism coming back, where people it's almost like we all as individuals need to behave almost like a mini corporation. Yeah, with this energy of Pluto in Capricorn, yeah, the sign of corporations, business, etc. It's almost like each of us has to become a mini little entity, corporation on ourselves. But in order to affect the changes that we want, maybe to push back against the billionaire class, we need to pool our resources together and buy land, share resources, look after each other's health, education, nutrition, all of these things. This is what I foresee, particularly from now up to 2032 and beyond. We're going to see a lot more collectivism, a lot more activism, because I think people are starting to realize, as I've been saying with the Great Awakening, which happens when? 29th of March 2025, there or thereabouts. But really, we're seeing the energies of that play out. And that's where all of those planets show up in sidereal Pisces. Let me just, because I've just said something there, and for those of you who are new subscribers, let me just show you that. How am I doing on time? All right, okay, I want to round this up a bit. Let me just share one last time, just so I can show you this great alignment that I've been talking about. All right, let's do present. Come on. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. Let's do entire screen again. Do that. Share. I'll go back into the astrological thing we were looking at before. There we go. Let's go to main screen. So this is where the planets are today. Now, what I'm going to do is, many of you would have seen this already, but this is for the benefit of new subscribers, because quite a few new subscribers have joined, and thank you so much and welcome. I hope you find this video interesting. So if I do here file and I do edit data, so this is how I would cast your chart. If you're having a consultation with me, this is how it'd be done. Oh, and I've still got 15% off all of my readings. It runs out today. I might extend it by a few days. Quite a few of you people have gone for it, but when you go to the checkout, just type in 2025, yeah, and that will give you 15% off all of my readings. I might have to extend it by a day or two, but I don't want to keep it have it drag on for too long. Now look, what I'm going to put here, I'm going to put this the 29th of March 2025, yeah, and I'm going to calculate. Voila. Do you see this? Look at this. This is massive. Yeah, this is massive. So this is all happening in sidereal Pisces, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 planetary factors. If you include Chiron, which I do in my readings, I include Chiron and I include Ceres because they're too important to leave out, along with Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto for obvious reasons. In traditional Vedic astrology, those planets are not counted, but because I'm Western, like I grew up in the Western tradition, but I do Vedic, I include the planets that we put in Western because they explain so many things. So what it means is on this day, there will be an eclipse. Now remember, eclipses are always revelatory. Something comes out of the dark, or they talk about a big theme that is happening. Things that were previously unknown become understood. This will actually be a solar eclipse because it's also a new moon. So whenever you see sun and moon together like this, it is a solar eclipse. Whenever sun and moon are opposite each other, so they say, like, for example, which will be a lunar eclipse, that is when that happens on a full moon. Yeah, when the moon is opposite the sun. So this is actually a solar eclipse. Now remember, the solar eclipses deal with leadership and global events in particular. Lunar eclipses deal more with the public and personal events. So this might be when you might see big, celebrity stories, etc., and all of that kind of stuff take root. Do you remember with everything that happened with Kate Middleton? Well, Princess Catherine, etc., and all of that stuff. And that was happening on a global lunar eclipse. Yeah, everyone was, losing. That was a crazy time. But this is a solar eclipse, so this is talking about government, talking about leadership. Yeah. For the United States Declaration of Independence chart, this eclipse is happening in the 4th house, which deals with homeland. Yeah. Homeland, real estate, education, sense of security. Also deals with families. Yeah. Family, the mother, the nurturing principle. It's also known as the seat of power in Vedic astrology. So here we have a huge pileup of planets happening in the 4th house of the United States chart. So this is immensely significant. And the reason why I'm calling it the Great Awakening is because it is when much of the masses of America, but not only the world, but in America in particular, are going to wake up to a lot of realities. And I think it's happening already, to be honest. Yeah. Because remember, it builds up. It's not like exactly on this day, dun, 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 dun. It's like sunrise and sunset. Think of a sunset. Yeah. Think of when the sunset and gradually the light kind of like dims and then it becomes the orange, etc., or whatever colors it is, dims, dims, dims. And then the sun drops below the horizon. Then it gets dark. Yeah. So we call it sunset and then we have twilight. Just like that with the energies of the planets, we get the kind of like the dawning phase. So if we imagine when we get close to sunrise, we get twilight again, where the sky gradually gets lighter and lighter. Then we start getting some colors, and then the sun breaks through, breaks the horizon, and then light floods the land. Yeah, it's just the same thing with astrology. What is happening is this is dawning on everyone. This great awakening is dawning on everyone. Everyone's starting to kind of go, oh, actually, this has got a lot to do with what? Oligarchy, yeah? Big money, Pluto in Capricorn, yeah? As you can see here. And this is now becoming clearer and clearer to more and more people. And then humanity will react and adjust accordingly. If you see here where it says TR, this is where the planets are right now. So you can see Saturn is currently at 20 degrees and 46 minutes of sidereal Aquarius. And he moves in on that day that I was saying. Also as well, Uranus changes back signs as well. He's currently, you see here, at 29 degrees, 17 minutes of sidereal Aries, and then we'll move into sidereal Taurus on that day or just before, 28th, 29th of March. He moves back in around in that ballpark of time. So we see this talks about a lot about many things. Jupiter is also here in sidereal Taurus. So this is talking a lot about what? Wealth, money, assets. Taurus is the sign of tangible asset classes of all kinds. Also deals with money. Uranus is the planet of tech. Yeah, he's the higher octave of Mercury. So this is revolutionary tech, all the different kind of ologies, even astrology, also deals with science, physics, can even be Reiki, that kind of stuff. But he's also technology, and he is also crypto. Yeah, Uranus is a crypto planet, the crypto planet. And he's moved into sidereal Taurus. So this, of course, is when we're going to be learning so much more about crypto, etc., which is one of the main reasons why I started Hogarth's Financial Astrology, to discuss this stuff. Yeah, this, because this is a fundamental change in humanity. And as we're seeing already, Declarange is already, I mean, you got Elon Musk there running amok. Yeah, very Uranian. It's very Martian, Uranus and Mars, I would say. I think he's kind of lost the plot a little bit, to be honest, isn't it? But now it's becoming clear, isn't it? It's not subtle anymore. Now it's becoming obvious who really pulls the strings. You know, these characters, you know, uh, they're on the tech side, making their presence known and felt. So we'll have to see how this translates. This is also with some of Trump's planets. He's got the Sun, Rahu, and Uranus all together in sidereal Taurus in his 10th house in his chart, which means that Declarange, technically his sun sign is actually Taurus. By one day, yeah, by one day only, but it still counts. So I just wanted to share this. So we're looking at big transformation and change. However, on a personal level, this can also be a renaissance. Yeah, a renaissance. So I did do a video, which was in November 2024, doing my predictions for 2025 for all of the signs. Yeah, so I'll try and link that video or just have it play at the end credits. Yeah, so I just thought it was just worth explaining again, particularly for the new subscribers, so you can see why I'm reaching the conclusions that I'm reaching here. All right, let me just minimize that down, and let's just get this reading in. All right, Canada's future. Now they're going to have some kind of contest. So unless they come up with someone absolutely sensational in terms of Trudeau's replacement, I would say at this stage, in terms of with the astrology, where it does seem to be favoring the right now. But let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what happens. And evidently, there are a lot of people, like when you would have seen with that reading that I did, there are a lot of people in Canada that are dissatisfied, not happy with the status quo from that last reading I got. Let's see what the energy is now. All right, let's see here. Will Canada move to the right when it has its elections? Remember too, we're also going to have elections in Germany soon as well, in February. And as we know, Elon Musk has endorsed Deutsch thingy-bob for Deutschland, the AFD, isn't it? He also endorsed Reform UK, but then he threw some shade at Nigel Farage. I don't know if you saw that. Said he wasn't up for it. Not giving the money. Oops. Oh, look at this. Very interesting. Wow. All right. This is what I think. This is how I'm interpreting the cards. If we look here. Oh God, is it going to zoom in? Oh, here we are. All right, here we got the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, my camera's just struggling a little bit. I think I'm going to have to put it next to my head. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So what does that mean? It means that Canada is in a time where its fate is being decided. Its fate and destiny is being decided. Is it going to stay with its more left-leaning liberal beliefs, or is it going to move to the right? So it is up. Yeah, it is up in the air. Now, what's interesting is the card that's in the obstacle position here. Yeah. Now, if we look here, we've got the Ace of Cups, yeah, which is normally a universally positive card. It talks about happiness. emotions overflowing, you know, everything's cordial, everything's going good. Yeah, and you can see here there's a little, oh my god, this camera. So I got a new camera, guys, but look how fussy it is with the, I might just have to go back to my old one, you know. Gee whiz. Anyway, let me just sit here like this. Thing. All right, anyway, so if we, okay, so anyway, just take my word for it. This is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Cups, but technically it's showing up in the obstacle position. So when it's effectively reversed, it can mean, you know, sadness, upset, highly emotionally volatile. Yeah, highly emotionally volatile. So what this says to me is that whatever happens in the elections coming up, maybe quite a lot of people are not going to like the result. If we look here, we have the High Priestess. Now, isn't it interesting? Because when I did the reading on the elections, last Canada elections, you remember this card came up again, and I said this might be Trudeau's secret plans to potentially resign, which turned out to be true. But this is also talking about machinations and negotiations behind the scenes. There are machinations to affect, this is how I'm interpreting this, there are machinations to affect the emotions of the Canadian electorate. This is going to be based very much on emotion. If we look here, we have got the, what's that? The Seven of Wands, isn't it? We've got the Seven of Wands, which you can see, look, this is a man here battling, trying to defend his position. I think this might be the Liberal Party having to try and defend itself, defend its choices, defend, because obviously Trudeau's he's resigned. You know, he's resigned. So this embattlement must be the party itself trying to get its foothold. Yeah, trying to get its foothold back. Or this could be this could be a leadership contest as well. That would make sense, wouldn't it? This is a leadership contest. This could also be the opposition here trying to attack while the Liberals try and get themselves together. But then look, the outcome card here is the Smug Merchant. Now, I find this very, very interesting. Smug Merchant here. This is the card of wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. But for who? Is it the case that the Justin Trudeau's party has a very animated contest and competition, which is able to capture the imagination of the Canadian voter, and therefore they win? Or is it the case that the opposition basically defeats this person here? That person loses the battle and they are satisfied because they win. So what I'll do is I'll put a clarifier on that. If it's very positive, well, let's just see. Let's just see what is. I have a feeling this might be close, you know. This election might be quite close. Let's see. What's the clarifier on the Smug Merchant? Who's the one that is getting their wishes fulfilled? Is it the Liberals or is it the far right? Look at this. The Fool card comes out. This is a leap of faith, guys. A leap of faith. Sorry about my camera. I'm not just going to have to stick with the old one. There we are. Now it's zooming in a bit more. And the exposure is slightly different. I might have to stick with my old camera. But anyway, the point is this. It's the Fool. This, I think, is talking about the electorate. Yeah, because when we look here, two major arcana to top and tail the reading. Yeah. It could be, the way I interpret that is that the Canadian electorate may take a leap of faith and they might try something different because they want some kind of change. I'm thinking it might be quite a close vote. Yeah. But I think there might be enough people that are prepared to take this leap. The shadow interpretation of this card could also be foolishness as well. It could be folly. We have to see, but I think it is based on the electorate taking a leap. They might try something new, folks, and if they try something new, that would mean a loss for the Liberals or whatever, or maybe there's a new coalition government or something like that. Again, I don't know the absolute minutiae of Canadian politics. I just have to say what I see, but that normally is what it normally ends up being the case, isn't it? As with my previous reading showed. Anyway, I will leave it there. I hope you find that interesting. Please don't forget as well to like and subscribe and to share it. Please support this channel and its content. And it would be wonderful as well if you could pop over to Hogarth's Financial Astrology, where there I'll be making like predictions about where humanity is going in terms of our finances, yeah, not just globally, our personal finances as well, the things that are happening. But this is also as well where I want to look at collectivism, where people will start pooling their resources together, buying land, stepping away. I think a lot of people are going to start rejecting traditional kind of politics as well, because it is moving further to the right and all of this stuff. So much transformations to be happening in humanity as well. But I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope you found it interesting. Sorry about the camera zooming in and out, but you know, a new camera, I might just have to stick with the old one. At least I gave it a try, but I don't like all of this backwards and forwards. So anyway, I'll let you know, you guys can let me know, but let me know your thoughts on that. I hope you found that interesting. Interesting times, eh? Interesting times. All right, I'm going to end the video if I can end it on time. All right, 1 minute. See if I can actually end this thing on time. Come on.